Hey, welcome to Mr. Inky Fingers. Let's grab a pen and put some ink to work. Let's roll. So, today we're going to look at a really cool pen. This is the Jinhao 92. I've had this pen for a while, and let's get a quick close-up of this thing. I'm going to do two things with this pen today. We're going to look at this pen, and then we're going to look at some ink, a special ink. This has got a nice guilloche pattern on the, barrel there. Got a smooth cap and then a smooth um, cap end, or it's not a piston filler, so it's not you don't fill it with that, but it's a cartridge converter pen. Um, it's got also a little bit of knurling there on the barrel. Let's get a quick close up of that, which is kind of nice. Really great clip. This pen I've had for a while and I've used it frequently. Came with the Jinhao nib and a little small, but man, is that nib smooth. Really like it, really enjoy it. Want to do a little bit of writing sample with that today. Show you how that works. Um, it does screw open and reveals a pretty short section, but it's smooth. It's matte finish, so it's not slippery. Your fingers really do stick on there, which is really great. The nib again is short. It's a Jinhao nib. Um, this one's a medium, uh, standard plastic fin or section or uh, not section. My gosh, my head feed has fallen off. Okay, the it does not screw in. At least the cartridge does not screw in. It's a friction fit. This was the standard Jinhao, but it fits any standard international cartridge. It's empty because we're going to fill it with a special ink today. This ink, I've waited to use it, and I've been away for a little bit. Have been having a busy period. I've had the house under construction, so it's been a very hectic past few months. Um, so we're back in full swing again. And that one ink I wanted to drop and look at, we have it today. We're going to look at that with this pen, so it's going to be sort of a double review. This is the Chou Kuro Platinum Chou Kuro ink, that black ink that's been on my bubble for a while to get, and I finally got it, and we're going to check out this and see how black it really is. I've always been searching for the blackest possible ink that we can get without being a gall ink or, a permanent ink or something like that. Aurora's been doing really well with me. I like the Aurora ink. Even the This is the Aurora ink. Even the Quebeco. This is the Pearl Black, which I like to use as well. Pearl Black does well. I did try the carbon ink, and trust me, there's so many inks I have. Noodlers, uh, a ton of Noodlers Blacks and Waterman and things like that. Um, the carbon ink I did try, and this was by Platinum, and this turned out to be more. It was black, but it was also a little bit more had gray tones to it, which I wasn't a biggest fan about. So we're gonna try this Chou Kuro, see how it performs. We're gonna do fill it up, do a little bit of a drawing sample, and we'll go from there. But definitely take a peek at this pen. My bottom line on this one, and I'm going to tell you up front, is it's a great pen. It's metal construction, has some weight to it, and of course, my favorite thing, it posts friction and it posts solidly, and it doesn't become a huge pen. It's not. It's a little bit back weighted, but definitely nothing you can't work with. Matter of fact, it feels pretty balanced to me, but you do have a little bit of weight there. If you've got weak hands, you're going to feel something there. So, it is what it is. But a great pen, great thing to use frequently for long writing sessions or drawing sessions in my case as well. I recommend it. Let's do some drawing with it, or some writing and drawing potentially, and let's see how smooth this nib is. I want to show you how it writes, how it performs, and then go from there. But I'm going to give a quick spoiler on this one because I really do like it. It's affordable. I can't remember how, but I think it was like sub 20 for sure, maybe even sub 10. Um, Jinhao 92 Awesome, awesome pen. So let's get down to the table and the mat and do a little bit of drawing and see how it does. All right, let's go. Okay, here we go with the Jinhao 92 and the Platinum Chou Kuro. Finally, the ink has made its presence here on this channel, as I've took a while to give it a shot. But real quick before we get into that, the one surprising thing about this pen was the nib performance. I want to see how it does with this ink. There's the box, and I think as far as packaging goes, pretty standard. Yeah, I'm pretty excited, and I've waited a while to get this ink, so I'm excited to put it down to paper. We're going to see together how it performs. So this is the first time we're opening it, and we're going to see. So basic instructions and come with it. Read at your leisure. Yeah, so the bottle, there we go. Pretty standard. I wish you could like look at the black ink and be like, oh man, that's really pitch black. They all look the same in the bottle. So yeah, so again, I'm excited to use it in this pen especially. It is a lower end pen as far as the Chinese pens go. And oh, how about this? We've got the, it looks like the portion that goes in the lid just came off. So that'll be fun. Yep, and that'll be fun. Always some spillage. So we'll put that back into the cap after we clean this up. We'll leave it there since we're doing a little drawing with it and see what happens. So we'll pop that right back into the cap. Hopefully that stays put. So anyway, let's dab that up and then we'll get rolling. But yeah, with this pen especially, it's not it's not high-end pen by any stretch. It's nothing that you're going to look at and be shocked by when you're pulling it out. It's pretty standard. It's a workhorse pen, I would categorize it as. I really enjoy it. The nib's fantastic. It's a metal pen. It has good weight. It posts. It really ticks all the boxes in terms of form or function. And form, really, just to be a workhorse pen. It's a standard ink converter, so it holds standard ink, so nothing spectacular there. The nib on this one is really the shining star for me. I enjoy it. It's smooth, reverse and normal standard writing on the front, I guess you'd call it. Yeah, so post well. It's not uncomfortable. It's balanced. But yeah, we'll just use the little mark there to get started with the ink and see what we come up with. This paper is, I'm telling you, it's either hit or miss, but we're going to keep using it till we fill it up and then go back to, and we have a nice hard start. That's interesting. So I don't know if that's the ink or it's not terrible. It's coming out now, but you would suspect after dipping it into that ink that it would be flowing a little bit better than this. So I don't know. Maybe it could be the paper too. I have not used this pen on this paper ever, so this will be the first time. So who knows? Let's see if it. Yeah. So we're getting a little bit of better ink flow now. Maybe it just took a second to come through the converter section into the feed. That could be it too. So looks like it's correcting itself. Let's keep rolling. If it still starts to skip or we have writing issues, we'll see here in soon enough. Yeah, there we go. So we're writing pretty smoothly. The ink's coming out like it always has, so I think it may just have been maybe it just took a minute or a second for that ink to get to the feed. Yeah, really smooth. I'm liking the intensity of this black. It's looking good. I'm out of the gate. I'm impressed. Yeah, I'm impressed. I think we do. It's living up to the expectation.
So thank goodness, because I waited a long time and I would have been extremely disappointed if this was light or had a great or had great tones or something. That would have been pretty disappointed. So happy with it. Thank goodness. So we're going to continue drawing here a little bit. But yeah, with this pen, it's on the bottom tier of the Chinese pens. As I mentioned before, you had Asvine, in my opinion, was at the top, and Jinhao was at the bottom. So it didn't mean it's a terrible pen. It just meant that, like, Asvine, as far as the better pen, they were producing more innovative things, and it seems like their materials were a little bit more quality. I guess you want to call it that. So that being said, this is a really great Jinhao. If you're in the market for a metal pen, it does have that that textured guilloche pattern on the barrel. It does have great grip. About cap the excuse me the it posts really well. The nib is fantastic. It's smaller, but it's fantastic. So I can't complain at all. It is smooth, and it continues to be smooth like here. So even when you press down on the nib, I wouldn't say it has, whatever line variation, but it does put down more ink. How about that? Which creates an illusion of line variation. So, yeah, I like this pen. And now I can really say, because I've used it now, is I really like this ink. I don't know that I'd use it all the time. I have so many black inks to get through, but I will definitely enjoy using this one. It saturates so well. I mean, look at that. Look at the dark lines. Sometimes when you're using certain black inks and you shade, when it dries with uneven tones. So some areas will be grayer, and then some areas will be blacker. This looks like it is really just saturating the heck out of that page, which I love. So I'm getting really true blacks on this one. Yeah, I'm quite pleased. And side note too, and I appreciate everybody waiting. I've had my house under construction, so it has been a lot. Or there's been a lot going on, so I've had to take a little hiatus here from my channel. We're back again. I've got quite a few videos pre-recorded, so we're going to be letting those out weekly, and I will be actually for one more month, starting probably toward the end of this month. So maybe a couple of weeks I'll be gone, going on a trip here for the summer. So I won't be gone too long, and maybe a couple of weeks that I will be away. So just be aware. Might be 2 weeks of no uploads, but it doesn't mean I've gone anywhere. Yeah, I mean, appreciate everybody waiting, but I mean, with this pen, if you're not a fan of Jinhao and you've had bad experiences, I'll stand behind this pen, at least with my experience. And I know quite a few people who've had this, and they have nothing but good things to say. So maybe their quality control with this pen is better. Not sure. But I think that'll be my final word on it. Is good pen. The ink is fantastic. A bit pricey, so I don't know that I would be buying this, all the time. It's nicer to go ahead and pick up an Aurora Black, which is pretty saturated itself, for quite a bit less, or even some Noodlers, Heart of Darkness. Again, not quite as saturated as this ink, but certainly doable, and for me, and I've enjoyed it. But this definitely is a step up as far as saturation goes. So we'll leave that be the final word on this one. And if you watch this far, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment if you own or use the Chou Kuro ink or the Jinhao 92, and you have different experiences, or you have the same. Be interested to know. All right, everybody. Appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a good one. And you'll see me in the next one. All right. See ya.